Hi there, welcome to the PMO Impact Summit. My name is Laura Bernard. We're doing an interview on the CEO's perspective of PMO value and impact. Tony, would you care to introduce yourself and tell the audience a little bit about who you are?
Hi, my name is Tony Salvaggio. I'm one of the two founders of a business called Computer Aid, IT consulting business, outsourcing business, approximately $600 million a year in revenue. We started 30 years ago in my basement, and my partner's back in his Volkswagen Rabbit, and we had this dream. The dream was that we thought we had some ideas and for how IT can be done better, the software development side of IT. It's an interesting world because all of IT consumes about 3% of the gross domestic product of the whole United States and the world. So 3% of the world's GDP is a very large number. The software side is about 1.5%. That's a very large number. There was a time when businesses could ignore, to a certain degree, the cost of IT because it wasn't such a big number. Now they not only can't ignore it because it's a big number, but they also, many times, are betting the future of their business on effectively using IT. So where does this intersect? Well, you make a very important point that somewhere in the IT department, the intersection of technology, knowledge, and business knowledge come together. And I would say to you that certainly is a domain responsibility at a high level of the project office. So the project office in my world has responsibility for making sure there is a rich enough portfolio, an inventive enough portfolio to protect against competition, do what you have to do to work with the executives of business to define where the new opportunities are so that 100, 200, or $2 million that's being spent by the IT department is being spent on high leverage, high opportunity situations. So they have to build the portfolio, or at least play the role of facilitating the building of the portfolio for today and for tomorrow.
Right.
Once a year, somebody walks in that they pay a lot of money to, called their outside accounting firm, to validate that things are being done, they're supposed to be done, and they're being done right, and they're being done at a level of the proper process and competency.
Right.
That, by and large, is a missing function in IT as I see it. Mm-hmm. I've seen it, where I've seen it done well, it's pretty much been done around the project office concept. Mm-hmm. This independent auditing capability over the project portfolio, I think is a 5% of cost activity. Maybe it's a 2%, but it's not more than 5%. But it is a critical function that doesn't exist in most IT departments.
Right.
I've been deeply embedded in how to effectively do what I've been talking about for the last 15 minutes. Right. How do you do both the assurance of proper execution and accomplishing the best projects? I've learned that it's a struggle. Yeah. That very few people want somebody looking over their shoulder. Mm-hmm. That people will sometimes give less than the truth, known as spin. Yes. Especially when you're trying to say, well, what really actually happened, and you're looking backwards. Right. Everybody has their own view of truth. So I, in my business, have said, this is a function that exists in my office. It's in the CEO's office. Right. And it's required all of my positional power. Right. To bring people along to make sure that we are doing what we want to do. I'm the one who said, here's our corporate governance strategy. Right. Here's the role of the project office. Mm-hmm. I was deeply involved in that because it all has to tie to what we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. Executives love working with big animal pictures. Yes, I love that. I always say, bright colors and they don't understand our language. Right. They don't understand our technologies. Right. They do understand a project, a cost, its purpose, risk, right, danger, and they certainly understand failure. Right. I read a great article from Harvard Business School that essentially said only 15% of the people are change-oriented, self-critical, and they want the new system. Yes. Right? Yes. I think the biggest thing you do is find those 15%.